Next on Pink Elephant Foxtrot, a special segment, previously foreshadowed, that helps explain the imagery in Storyboard of a Dream. It is called Foreshadowing? We don't need no stinking foreshadowing. Weather, seasons, recurring colors. When I think about foreshadowing, I can't help but think of witches. Macbeth, The Wizard of Oz. There's nothing more obvious than the appearance of a witch to let you know something bad is about to happen. Music is the ultimate vehicle for such trickery, capable of delivering all manner of foreshadowing. Some examples of this are quite ingenious. In the first movement of Beethoven's Third Eroica Symphony, the French horn enters with the main theme several measures early, ever so quietly. At the rehearsals for the premiere, it was thought to be a mistake by the music copyist, but it was only Beethoven's purposeful monkey wrench. Italian opera composers had been using melody and texture as foreshadowing for years before Richard Wagner took it to an extreme in the late 19th century. He assigned musical themes, called leitmotifs, not only to inanimate objects like gold, magic helmets, and swords, but to the characters themselves. There is something inexplicably primal about music and story combined with intense emotion. It tends to strike a nerve located light years past the twilight zone. Wagner went one step further, though. He had leitmotifs for the emotional state and even the desires of his characters. And it is at that point that opera fried Europe's collective brain and its magic helmet, starting with the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. Of course, there is no direct correlation between Wagner's music and Nietzsche's eventual plummet into insanity, though it is tempting to go there. Once a devoted acolyte, Nietzsche later wrote of the composer, "Is Wagner human at all? He contaminates everything he touches. He has made music sick." I think I said the same thing once about the Grateful Dead. In fact, it could be argued that Wagner, on a strictly musical level, with all of his insane politics aside, was the Grateful Dead of his day. Going to and being seen at Wagner's operas in Bayreuth became a cult-like experience, sans Orange Sunshine, LSD, and tie-dye. Like a Grateful Dead concert, most of Wagner's operas lasted over 4 hours. The music was extremely loud and utterly meandering, and devotees were willing to travel long distances and do anything to get in. The Grateful Dead's Macintosh-powered wall of sound was just a twinkle in LSD guru Owsley Stanley's eye, so Wagner tried his best with the 19th century equivalent. Convinced that bigger was better, he hired an instrument maker named Hermann Ritter to make violas so huge they could barely be played. I shudder to think what would have occurred had Owsley Stanley and Wagner lived during the same time period. As Storyboard of a Dream progressed, I started accumulating a series of characters and symbols that I later realized could be used as visual leitmotifs. I hadn't planned to do so, it just happened, and I didn't know what they all meant at first. But now I do. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting our cast of visual leitmotifs for this Storyboard of a Dream. Zooming in from a golden cloud on No Wing and No Prayer, in the upper left we have our hopefully friendly brothers from another planet. In the Hall of Stars to the left of the windows, the purple dragon of technology, industry, and hedge funds. Some folks say he looks like Jeff Bezos. Others say they see just the glimmer of Tim Cook, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Sundar Pichai, and even Chamath Palihapitiya in that arrogant eye. Whoever that eye belongs to, it seems to see itself as all-seeing and all-knowing. Below the purple dragon of technology, industry, and hedge funds is the all-knowing eye. This one's the real deal, folks. And hiding underneath the all-knowing eye, Red Fox. A fox so foul it needs 3 X's. To the right of the windows, fire from the crucible of space and time. There may be no escaping this for any of us. Fanning the fire, as always, is the crown of tyranny. And last but not least, Horace Blues, deacon of soul. Time to open up some of the windows in between the Hall of Stars. On top, we have a finishing salt of interdimensional pink elephant on the left, coupled with the ultimate game of tic-tac-toe, political science on the right. This is not a Randy Newman reference. Wait a minute. In the middle windows, on the left, Orange Mob Mentality, and on the right, The Tongue of the Lion. Both can frequently be seen out on the town with the crown of tyranny. On the bottom, a small row of yellow and blue binary thugocracy. Off with their head! All of this lies above a pool of Teslas, not the cars, not Elon Musk's, but the original real Nikola Tesla's energy. Within that yellow and red squiggly pool is an essence of blue evil that only unbridled technology, as gifted to monkeys, can conjure. And in the middle of that is a planet floating in the balance. Overture complete? Cue the magic helmet. Thank you for tuning in to episode 3 of Pink Elephant Foxtrot. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Music was by Tom Young. For information on how to custom order art prints of any of my UAP, Apparition City, or Storyboard of a Dream images, or if you would like to become a sponsor of the show, please get in touch. Stretto at pinkelephantfoxtrot.com. Coming up on episode 4 of Pink Elephant Foxtrot, Sherlock's Razor. Are the scientific principles of Sherlock Holmes, a fictional detective, also fiction? On episode 4 of Pink Elephant Foxtrot, the game is afoot.